So this is called a cumulative frequency graph, and if you read the question, research and measure the length of the cumulative frequency below illustrates the measurement. So on the left here we have the number of insects. So this over here is the number of insects, and you know that because it tells you in the question there's 200, and 200 is right there. That says 200 there. This is 150, this is 100, and this is 50. So straight away you can tell that the graph is going up in tens. On the bottom is the length of the insect. So this is going to be 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 8, and 10. So what you know is that the smallest length of a insect was only 2 centimeters, and the largest length is going to be 10 centimeters. So all 200 insects, the length of them lie in between 2 and 10 centimeters. Now what we can do, we can actually find a median here. And the median is the length of the middle insect. So basically, if we lined all these insects up in order of length, then we want the middle one. And as there's 200, we're looking for the 100th, the length of the 100th insect. And if we go to our graph, we're going to go across. Let's do a different color. We find the 100th insect, which is here, and we go across to the graph. And then we come straight down, and that will give the length of our 100th insect. Now we've got to be careful here because this is going up in not in 1, so 6 to 8, so this is going to be 7. So this number here is actually going to be 6.8 if you did your messing around. So 6.8 will be the median. And of course from that we can actually find out the 25th percentile, which we know is quartile 1. And if we've got 200 insects, then we're looking for the 50th one. Looking for the 50th insect. The 50th we go across, do the same thing, go across and come down. So each box I think is worth 0.4, sorry. So this is going to be 4, 4.4, 4.8, 5.2 for that one. And we can find the 75th percentile, which is Q3. And we know that the 75th, 75% of 200 is going to be the 150th insect. And we go across from 150. And then we come down. Remember, each box on the horizontal is worth 0.4. So 6.4, 6.8, 7.2, 7.6. is our 75th. And what this does now, it helps us draw the box and whisker plot. So we know we've got a minimum of 2, a maximum of 10. We know that the, let's go 2, 4, so 4, 6, 8. No, it's not very good, is it? Let's do that again. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. And we know that 6.8 is the median, so 6, let's put 7 there, 5 there, 3 there, 9 there. So 6.8 is the median, which is about there. Let's do that again, about there. 5.2 is the first quartile, and 7.6 is the next quartile. So there's our box. And we know the line goes all the way through. 2 and 10, that's Q1, the median, and Q3. And that is our box and whisker plot. 100 insects. So this question here shows the cumulative frequency graph showing the number of hours per week people spent exercising. So draw plot. So there's your time on the x-axis. So the cumulative frequency is going to be the number of people. So we've got to find out how many people are in this survey. And we go to the top here, and we look at what number that's going to be. Each box is worth 2, so there's 72 people. Now that's important to know because we need to find the median. It's going to be at 36. And then 18 will be quarter 1, and 54 will be quarter 3, because we take 36 divided by 2. So we're going to find the median at 36. Each box is worth 2, 32, yeah. So there's the median at 36. And we go down to find out what number that is. Well, on the denominator, it looks like every box is worth 0.4, so 2.4, 2.8, 3.2, 3.64. So that's going to be 3.6. So the median is going to be 3.6. Let's find Q1, which is going to be at 18. 18 is there. Go across to the box, come down, and each of those boxes on the denominator is worth 0.4, so 0.4, 0.8, 1.2, 1.6. And then Q3, which is going to be the 18 plus the 36, 54. We go across, 54 there, and down, and we get 4.8. So there is our graph. We know that the minimum is going to be 0, and we're going up to 14, up to 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and that's our number plot. So we know that the line goes from 0 to 12. Let's put that in. There's that, there's that. We've got 3.6 is the median, which is about there. 1.6 is the quarter 1, and 4.8 is quarter 3. So that graph, box and whisker plot, looks something like that. Now, one of the questions might be, what percentage of people exercise more than 8 hours? So this is the next level of question. What percentage of people exercise more than 8 hours? So let's just do a little whiteboard here. So we're going to find 8 hours on the graph. And 8 is here. So we go up and find 8. There's 8 hours, and we go right across to find out what number it relates to. And we go across here, we get to the answer 66. So we know that 66 people exercise. Now this is going to be less than 8 hours, isn't it? Because the 66 people get up to this number here. This graph here is all the people that exercise under 8 hours. So therefore we're looking for this bit here. How many people exercise more than 8 hours? So of course what we're going to do is 72 minus 66 gives us 6 people. So 6 people exercise more than 8 hours. And we need to find out what percentage. And how do we find what percentage is this? So all we do is we take the 6 and divide it by the original 72 and then times 100%. And that will give the percentage, which is 8.3%.